I have to be honest with you, last night I was flipping around to the NBA, the game of the week, the Tony Awards were going on, but also Miss USA was going on, and I have to acknowledge I watched a little bit of each.
But I rise today to recognize the 5th annual Star Wars Day. No Jedi mind tricks are needed.
Does the gentlelady finally have a good idea?
She does, and the committee's pleased to accept her amendment, Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady always has good ideas, Mr. Chairman.
And oh my God, compromise between the House and the Senate.
And as the Star Wars parade marched proudly down Ottawa Street with Imperial Stormtroopers, Jedi Knights, and Ewoks in full costume, I would like to especially recognize the Sand People, who of course marched single file to hide their numbers.
Say that again.
Mr. Chairman, I love pets, particularly dogs. I love cartoons, and I really like beef jerky.
Gourmet recipes for Amtrak meals, dishes such as lamb shank and Atlantic salmon, braised pork chop, and a spinach and mushroom frittata. I think I pronounced that right.
It appears there's no one here rushing to get to the floor.
A hamburger costs Amtrak $16.15, with riders paying $9.50. This means that we, the taxpayer, are forced to pick up the tab for the remaining $6.65.
They don't know.
Amtrak.
And this is why I've said this is a game changer, that it's a whole new ball game. This is me throwing up a ball.
Amtrak.
Don't get me wrong, it's not all cotton candy and rainbows.
What is the definitive pronunciation? Is it Qatar, Qatar, or Gutter? We've heard all three.
In Arabic, actually, it's Qatar.
Okay, well, how would I say it? Help me.
Qatar.
A great deal has been going on in the last 24 hours. A lot of surprises, which help make life interesting.
And what's the president doing? Taking a nap.
These are my constituents, and it has no effect on Mr. Poe's district nor anyone else's district. This does not affect your district.
It affects my district as
well. It does not affect your district. The amendment is very narrowly drawn, Mr. Speaker, so that it only affects my district.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
According to Wikipedia,
Imagine if you did not want to build a pool in your backyard, but your next door neighbor had the deed restrictions changed to force you to build a pool in your backyard. Those lines are entirely in my district. The people of my district, I've polled them, oppose this line. This amendment affects only my district, in my district.
I don't know if it's conventional, but it wasn't wisdom.
And I'm very disappointed and disheartened that my friend Mr. Poe would stand up and offer this amendment and call the Katy Freeway a concrete monstrosity. Katy Freeway is my pride and joy. Got it built in 5 years and 3 months, went from 8 lanes to 22 lanes. I'm proud of the Katy Freeway, immensely proud to represent my district, and this amendment, the language in the bill, affects only my district.
Do you have any questions? At him just jumping in there right away. Honestly, he does get points from being around. You know. Okay. Chad, right?
Yeah. We shouldn't be surrendering this card.
Indicated that this card, his card.
But we have our right with our card.
I have a voting card too. This voting card, this card, this card, this card, but we're not using this card.
I do think the House of Representatives at this time is an unsafe place for children and other living things.
He's confused this card with this card, a credit card.
He is using his voting card as a credit card.
We both have a card.
This is not a credit card, our voting card, but the Republicans are turning this into a credit card.
Let's surrender our card today. Let's surrender my voting card. Mr. Speaker, it's somewhere here.
He raised his credit card. He apparently is going to use his vote as you would use a credit card. This card, this card, this card, this card, this card, this card. Don't use this card irresponsibly today. Do not use your card.
It's nonstop laughs and giggles and
this card and your card.
I think that's some kind of an acronym, but I get these acronyms all mixed up. But it starts with bank on American Opportunity Tax, American student, bank on student, so that BOSEL. Does that mean anything? No.
Blah, 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 blah.